Hello everyone, happy Thursday, one day late today. Sorry you guys caught that little bug that was going around. If you're living in New York, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is not pleasant. I am wrapped up right now because it's like 3 degrees here. If you live in New York, you'll know what I'm talking about. I had to come on and do this live to talk to you guys about New Year's intentions. And I wrote intentions because everyone just kind of throws around this like resolution and new me and new year, new me thing. And to be honest, hey Laura, it gets kind of old, doesn't it? Like I'm really sick of seeing it because I feel like every year it's the same thing. Like everyone's like motivated and gung-ho and gonna change their lives and gonna change everything and lose weight and meet the love of their life and increase their income and start their business and do all that. Yet it is estimated that 85 to 95% of people that set goals in the new year, resolutions in the new year, never reach them. And that's really sad. So if you're not part of that 85 to 95%, and last year in 2016 going to 2017, you had this list and you had things that you had to do and you got it done, this is probably not for you because you already know what you're doing. You already are setting intentions, you're following the path. But if you did that and you're looking back at who you wanted to be last year and it's now going into a new year and you're still in the same spot and you're still stuck and you're still unhappy and you're still not at the weight you want to be and you still haven't found your lover and you still don't have the money that you want and all of these things are still compacted from last year, then there's things that need to be changed. So I want to give you guys some tips on how to set intentions. I'm first going to share with you a little bit about the difference between goals and resolutions versus intentions because I feel like it is a big difference. Goals and intentions are very close to each other, but I think how we approach them is very different just from what I've learned in my experience from doing it incorrectly to doing it right to working with people that changed the way that they were doing it, and it's huge. Anita, hello. I have intentions to listen. Mama, hello. Okay, we got some people in here. Everybody's in their house. They're like, screw this, I'm going on live because it's too damn cold, right? So first things first, right? You have these goals, you have these things, you're going into the new year, you're thinking like, I want to do X, Y, Z. You have your list. Hi, Jill. You have your list, you have all these things you want to do, but the first thing I want to ask you is it superficial, right? And what I mean by that is, whatever it is that your goals are for 2018, is it just on the level surface kind of goals? So I want to make more money, or I want a new job, or I want a new lover, or I want a better relationship, or I want to lose weight. You know, very superficial, not specific at all, nothing really tangible to hold as a specific goal or anything like that. Nancy, hi! All 3 of us are watching you at the dinner table. You guys are so cute. Love you guys. You really hosted an amazing, go to an Italian dinner. And I don't know, I must have gained like 5 pounds just from that. Hello, Biantina. Hello. So you have these goals and they're very superficial. They're very on the surface. They're really not intense. They're not deep. They're just sort of simple things. Like I said, I want to lose weight, or I want to do this, or even if you get a little more specific and say, I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to move down a size, they're still very surface level. And that's kind of how resolutions work. The second thing with goals and resolutions is that there's not a lot of emotion in them. So that kind of ties into them being superficial as well. Like you want it, but there's not a pull to it, right? It's like you feel like it's something you should do or something you should change or something that you want to change, but you're not feeling very, very pulled to it. You're not feeling like this is I have to no matter what, because if I don't freaking do this, I'm stuck, or I'm just in a place where I can't keep surviving like this, right? So if there's not an emotional pull to that, it's going to be really hard to go past, like I said, that March section where people usually start to give up on whatever it is they're doing. Okay, the next thing is, if your goals aren't really set correctly, is if you don't have them written down, right? It's in your head. You're just kind of like, yeah, in 2018, I want to do this and I want to do that, and this is what I want to accomplish. And it's all kind of here, right? It's not in a place where you can look at it every day. It's not in a place where you can have a sort of focus, and we'll get into this with intentions. It's just in your head. It's just something, again, that you would like to do, making it superficial, making it I'll try to do it, right? I'll try to do this in the new year. Those kinds of things, if they're not written down, you're not looking at them every day, you're not really going to be pulled to it, because it's in your head, and we know there's a million things in your head, right? The next thing is your triggers. You got to know what has stopped you in the past. If you don't know what has stopped you in the past, if you have all of these resolutions and goals that you had set in the past, and you tried them and you did them, and then you just failed and just went on with the rest of the year and then just waited till the next year, you got to figure out what it was that was the reasons why you weren't reaching those goals. And that could be limiting beliefs, things that you believe about yourself or don't believe about yourself, or things that you believe about the situation that you're trying to change, or just overall limitations that you feel. Maybe, maybe you were trying to diet, which I hate dieting. Maybe you were trying to lose weight, and these were triggers, and there were things that were really difficult for you, and there was emotional eating, and there was, all of these events or holidays or things that kind of threw you off track. Because again, once we finish the holiday, everyone says, oh, as soon as the holidays are done, that's when I'll start doing everything. And then it's like, boom, before you know it, it's freaking Memorial Day, and now you're at barbecues, and now you're eating chips and dip, and now you're eating hot dogs and hamburgers and all this crap. And you're right back to where you started. And then before you know it's Labor Day, and then it's Christmas again. And then it's just the same cycle over and over again. So goals and resolutions, when, again, you look at them on the surface, we're not looking at what are the things that throw me off track? What are the things that make me sway away from the things that I'm usually trying to do? But then all of these roadblocks come in. Right? The other thing is that there isn't a plan of action. So you set these goals, you set these resolutions, new me, woohoo, I'm going to lose all this weight, I'm going to meet my lover again, I'm going to do this, I'm going to that, I'm going to get more money, I'm going to get a new job, I'm going to start a new career, I'm going to just like, boom, I'm going to hit the world, and I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to say I'm going to do it. I'm just going to pray that it happens. I'm just going to hope that it happens. I'm just going to say, yeah, it's just going to happen. Like, no, there has to be a plan of action. There has to be some steps and things that we're following every day that get us to where we want to go. Because if we don't have those things, then we're not taking the action towards those things. And then again, we fall off the boat. And by March, April, we're back in the same spot that we were. Again, and if you have done that and you're in a place where you hit all your marks for last year, then great, you're doing something right. But if you can look back to 2017 and not see progress and not see any growth and not see any movement forward in parts of your life that you wanted, these are some of the reasons why you're not seeing it, okay? These are some of the reasons why by March and April, you're just kind of falling off and things aren't really staying where you need them to be. Hi, Patty. Actions. Mary, hello from Florida. You lucky, lucky woman, you. But I think it's cold there too, right? I think I saw you post it's actually pretty chilly there, right? So all of these things, all of these goals, all of these intentions, all of these resolutions to go out and change are being hindered by this, or being hindered by the fact that you're not reading. Dominic just texted me, it's 13 degrees outside. Thanks, honey. I know it's 13 degrees outside. It's freaking freezing. You're not writing it down. You're not having an action plan. You're not making it a must, a have to, no matter what, I'm doing this. They're very superficial. They're on the surface. They're on the level. They're not deep. There's no emotion connected to it. It's just something you would like to do. And because they're not written down, you're not looking at it daily, so the focus isn't there. Right? So these are some of the reasons by, again, March, April, that's sort of what it's estimated that, Patty, list of actions, small or big, towards the goal. That's it. You got to write it down. That's what leads me to intentions. And the difference between the intentions and the goals, which is obviously the opposite of goals and resolutions. So all the things that we weren't doing with our goals, we're going to do with intentions. So the first thing I'm going to tell you right now, get clear on exactly what it is that you want and why you want it and tie some emotion to that baby, right? So it's not just I want to lose 20 pounds. It's not just I want to meet the love of my life. It's not just I want to make more money. It's not just I want to start my new business. It's I want to feel healthy and energized because I want to be able to be there for my kids or my grandkids. It's I want to meet the love of my life because I want to travel the world with a companion and do things and wake up and have someone to hug me and love me and kiss me. I want to start a new business because I feel stuck where I am and I'm ready to soar and I'm ready to live up to my biggest potential and I just want to change the world and change the things that I'm doing. I want to make more money because I want to be free. I want to travel. I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to be able to stay home with my kid. I want to find these things that when you think about them, there's an emotion tied to it and it's strong and it's like, I have to do this because if I don't, this is going to happen and I just don't want that, right? I don't want to be in this position anymore. So finding that emotional connection to why you want to do something, getting deeper on the surface of why you want to lose the weight, why you want to make more money, why you want to, maybe you want to improve your marriage or a relationship or something that you have going on. Why do you want that? What's going to change for you? What are the emotions that are going to be tied to that? Because when we tie emotions to things that we want, we're pulled closer to it, right? It's not just surface level. It's deeper. And emotions drive energy and your energy drives action. So when all of these things come together and you really decide, like, you know, again, if you want to lose weight, like, it's not just to fit into a dress, guys. Like, it's to be there for your children. It's to show your children how to be healthy. It's to be there for your grandkids or your great grandkids. It's to wake up and feel alive and be able to move and not have aches and pains and not be tired all the time and not be fatigued. And if you're like that, you're living your best life and you're being your best you, and new opportunities and things open up. And, you know, sometimes people, like, they'll sort of not get that. Like, you know, if you lose weight or if you get healthier, if you know, feel better in general, like you have all these great things, what starts to happen is you start to level up. You start to have higher standards. You start to not take certain things and you start to want other things because you're like, shoot, I am worth it, right? I am worth it and I can do things. So things like that, right? Where are your intentions? Where are the things that you want to go? How can you go deeper? How can you find an emotional connection to these things? Writing them down, that's your next thing. Once you know that, once you know exactly what it is that you want, why you want it, the emotions that'll happen once you have it, write those babies down. I'm talking, get a piece of paper. You know me, I like to write. Write it down. Write down what it is that you want, specifically what it is that you want, why you want it, how's it going to feel when you get it. And I'm telling you right now, if you are not looking at that every single day and every single night, you're most likely going to fail. Because if you don't have that laser focus and every day you're not reminding yourself what you're going after and you're not having a real vision, like people make vision boards, right? And I'm not a fan of vision boards. I am a fan of vision boards. I have like 3, but I'm not a fan of them because it's like a kind of like woohoo thing. Like, oh, I'll just put some pictures of the mansion and the car and the this and the that. And it's like, it's just kind of like a wish board. It's not really like a goal board because no one's getting up every day that's not experiencing what they want and looking at that and saying, okay, how can I get these things? What are the things that I can do to make these things happen? They're just kind of looking at it and wishing that it happens. And it doesn't work out like that, right? It doesn't work out that you just put something out that you want and it just happens. There has to be work for it. There has to be focus for it. So when things are written down, you have your emotion, you're reliving that every day and you're seeing that every single day. What happened? Shui's crying. She wants to come on the lap. She wants to be part of this discussion. What do you want? Say hi, Shushu. Maria, hello, Las Vegas. So you have to have that idea. You have to have that focus. If you're looking at your vision board or you're looking at what you've written, you have to be able to say, these are the things I'm doing to work on it. These are the things that I wanted. So if you're looking at it every single day and you're having an emotional tie to it, you're going to be pulled to it. If you have now next your action steps that you're doing, and it could be, people usually think like you got to write down like 20 things that you have to do to get to the goals that you want. It's really simple. There's usually things that are that are really easy, right? Like if you want to lose weight, it's like, duh, you eat clean, you exercise, you drink a lot of water, you cut out processed foods, you take care of yourself, right? You want to meet somebody, first you got to get out there. You got to go to the events. You got to get on whatever it is that you're, you know, this dating sites. You got to mingle, you got to get out, you got to meet new people, you got to become part of things that you enjoy. There's meetup groups, there's all these things, people with common interests. Like you have to get out there. You can't just sit back and hope and wish that it happens. If you're wanting to start a business or you're wanting to change careers, see what's out there, see what are the steps, what do you have to do, what are the things that you have to change, what are the things that you have to really take every single day. Maybe it's 5 minutes of watching a YouTube video on how to get into the thing that you want to get into, or watching a YouTube video on really anything that you want to do, right? And that's an action step. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like something you really go out and do. It could just be learning. It just could be learning how to do that. And that's a step closer. So if every day or even 3 times a week, you're taking action steps towards your goals, now you're having a vision, you're having a focus, you're having a plan, you're having emotion tied to it. And now that intention is like, it's like blinders on. Nothing else can stop you. Nothing can get in your way because you have a roadmap to it. It's not just, like I said, goals or resolutions where it's just kind of in your head and something you would like to do and something you would wish for and something you hope happens. It's a plan of action. If we don't have intention, if we don't have a real clear-cut plan, and be focused on that every single day, we end up exactly where we started. We end up really stuck, all right? And then the other thing that I want you guys to do is I want you to understand that some of the things that you don't get or that you're not getting or things that are not transpiring for you or reasons why you're stuck or not moving forward is because you're not paying attention to triggers and limiting beliefs. And that's something you got to get clear on too. What has held you back in the past? Like I said, with your goals and resolutions that you're not doing, right? What are some of the beliefs that you have? What are your beliefs about money? What are your beliefs about health? What are your beliefs about what you're worth? What are your beliefs about relationships, right? If you're an older woman and you know, you're like, oh, all the 50-year-olds, they're divorced and they're miserable and they're ugly and they're fat and they're this and that. Like that's the perception that you have. That's all that you're going to see because that's the vision that you have for what's out there. If you don't believe that you could be healthy and vibrant and strong and you're looking around you and you're thinking like, I could never be like this one or I could never be like that one, like you got to look at that. You got to dig deep into that and go within and say, where are these beliefs coming from? Where are these things that I learned to believe about myself or about situations that I need to unwire, that I need to unzip? I had to do this recently with a ton of things, like learning that a lot of the blocks that I had and blocks that clients have are coming from so early in life. Like we're talking from infancy, okay, all the way up till 10, 12 years old, what we were seeing, what we were hearing, what we were listening to, what we were taught, what all of these things that we took on, those things were ingrained in us. So now in our adult life, we're hitting these blocks where we don't think that we're enough. We don't think that we're capable. We don't think that certain things are possible or certain things come in the way, right? Are there people that put you down? Are there people that get in your way? Are there situations that prevent you from doing that? What are you going to have to do? Are you going to have to cut some people off? Are you going to have to, make some changes and look at your beliefs and decide that, those are not my beliefs and those are not the things that I want to take into my intentions, right? So sometimes you got to go really deep with that. So when you're setting these intentions and you're getting very specific and you're getting very deep and you're getting emotional and you're writing them down and you're looking at them every single day, morning and night. I come in to the room in here. I have my 2008 vision, new reality, and obviously intentions, because I'm telling you guys to do it. I don't tell you to do what I don't do. And I have 3 different columns of all the things that I want to do in 2018. I have all the experiences I want to experience, all the growth and learning that I want to do, and the serving and contribution that I want to do to the world. I have my plan of action, what I have to do daily, what I have to do weekly, what I have to do monthly to reach those goals. And I look at them every single day. Every single day, because if I don't do that, and I've done that in the past where I've just kind of winged it, I don't have any real system for the day. I don't have any real plan for the day. I just kind of wing the day and then that was what was happening to me before I learned all of this. I was just kind of going with life and where I was, and that's it. And there's still things, and there's always new steps that you can move up to. You know, there's always things that you can improve. So get really clear about those things, and get really clear about the things that you have to do in order to make those things happen, and connect with that energy of what that feels like. What does it feel like to have reached your goals? What does it feel like to be that person that's living in the life of the intentions that you've set? You know, that's a huge thing that I think is really missing when people set goals and resolutions and new me. It's like, you can't just magically become a new you. Like, it just doesn't happen like that. You have to dig deep, and this is what I work with clients. It's like, you've got to go deep into where your problem is, because there's not a switch that just goes off. There's emotional triggers, there's energy triggers, your body has learned a way of believing and feeling, and you have to unwind that, because if you don't unwind that, you keep making the same mistakes, and you keep doing the same thing over and over, and wondering why things aren't changing, and we blame everything else outside of us. But if we go within and we start to understand where that's happening, and we become that new person by thinking like the person that already has met those intentions, feeling like the person that has already met those intentions, and acting like the person that has already met those intentions, guess what? Things are going to change around you. Thinking, acting, and feeling, those three things that you do every day are going to be facilitated by looking at your intentions every day, because you've got to become that person even though you don't have those things. What is that kind of a person that has those things that you want? What do they think about? What do they feel? What do they talk about? How do they act? What are the action steps that they're taking? Because the life that you're wanting, the people that are living it, let's say you're looking at other people like, oh, I wish I had his life, or I wish I had her life, or I wish things were easier, or I wish things were better. Are they doing what you're doing every day? No, they're doing something totally different. They're taking actions to get where they want to go. They're taking movement to get where they want to be and to change what they want to feel. Because if you keep doing, feeling, and acting the same way and doing the same things that you were doing yesterday, and you're waking up and you're being the same person today, your life's not going to change. It's just not going to change, and your intentions and all of the things that you're desiring and wanting, it's not going to come to you, because you're not in vibrational alignment with that. You're not thinking, acting, and feeling like a person that has that. And if you have your intentions written down and you have everything already there for you, that is it's your roadmap every single day, you've got it. Again, morning time, if you got to put it beside your bed. See, now I'm getting all worked up, so I'm getting all hot over here. If you have that first thing in the morning, before the garbage, right? Before like the kids and the husband and the work and the this and the that, like before all of that garbage comes into your head, if you have that focus, now those things are not going to throw you off track as much. Same thing before you go to bed, right? If your intention the next day is, what am I going to do tomorrow? What are the actions I'm going to take tomorrow? What is my focus tomorrow? Where am I going tomorrow? And you're doing that every day, it's compound effect. If you're doing that every single day and you're committing to that, then things can change for you. And if it's not happening and you've tried that before, then like I said, you've got to go deep within. What is it you're fearful of? What is it that you learned? What's the real core issue that's stopping you from getting to where you are? You know, a lot of people want to make like all this money and be this like millionaire, and it's like they have a poor attitude though. Like, you know, they grew up poor, and so they watched poor, and so their beliefs about money are that there's not enough and you can't afford things. And so even though they want those things, there's a subconscious belief system, an energy system that's been trained into our body that sends a thought to our mind that that's not possible for me because this is how I grew up, right? Or health. Again, the same thing. You know, my whole family, everybody's heavy, everybody gets diabetes, everybody got cancer, this runs in my family, that runs in my family. Like, no, nothing runs in your family. Does everybody have a gene for obesity? Does everybody have a gene for diabetes? Does everybody have a gene for cancer? Does everybody have a gene for this and that? Absolutely. But your lifestyle changes, choices, and things that you do are going to affect whether or not that happens. And that choice is up to you every single day. Okay? So how are we doing here? Maria, Patty, who's still here? Give me a thumbs up if you're still here so I can see who you are. Any questions? Oh, actually, I'm sweating. It's good. Rather be warm than cold. Any questions from anyone? I know a few of you have left. There's a little bit of a delay. Laura, thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. Patty, I can't wait to meet you. Patty and I are going to an event. We met on Facebook, and I'm finally going to get to meet her, and we're going to do visualization and meditation and all this fun stuff and just get better and better. And that's the thing. Guys, you have to surround yourself with people who are getting better. If you are around people that are doing the same thing every single day and not trying to improve and not trying to get better and not in the process of moving forward, you are the company you keep. Right? So you really have to surround yourself with people that are on the same level as you and that are leveling up with you, because you're going to be pulled down by that energy. You're going to be pulled down by whatever anybody else is doing. I need a vibrational alignment to reach intentions. Excellent thought. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you think about it, right? And I'll do a video on this, but if you think about energy and you think about the things that you want and when you will have them, what you will feel there when you have them, if you are not feeling that right now, if you are feeling fear, if you are feeling regret, if you are feeling unworthiness, if you are feeling all these very low vibrational frequencies, but yet the you that's in the life that you want, let's say that has the relationship you want and the money you want and the health that you want and the career that you want and the business that you want, that you that's in that is happy, is empowered, is feeling strong, is feeling vibrant, is feeling alive. So if you're vibrating at a level that isn't that, that's not going to happen. That life is not going to happen for you, because it's law. This is physics. Like, we're all vibrating in energy, and the realities that we are wanting, in that reality, there is no room for low vibration. There is no room for fear and regret and unworthiness and sadness and all of those things that when we feel that we can't get there. We can't get there. So when we're intending, when we're saying, I'm doing this no matter what, and this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I want to feel, and these are the steps that I'm going to take to get there, and I'm going to write them down, and I'm going to look at them every day, and I'm going to become that person today. I'm going to think, feel, and act today as the person that I want to become. Things are going to shift, and I can tell you from experience, I can tell you from seeing it myself, I can tell you from the things that I learn every single day about energy and about law of attraction and about mindset and about neurologic and neuroplasticity and how our brain works and how emotion works and how realities work and quantum physics and all of this amazing stuff that I just can't get enough of. If we are not in vibrational alignment, which means at the same vibration of the things that we want, it's unreachable. It's untouchable. It's not going to happen. Jill, completely agree. Great. So that's it. Been trying to keep these around a half hour. I will be on next Wednesday, 9:15, given no stomach bugs or anything like that. I hope no one catches it. It's good. It's fast. It's like 24 hours. I literally slept it off, but it's not fun. It's not fun. Lots of kids have it. I don't know if it's like in other states and stuff, but I know in New York, I've known like already spoken to about like 15 people that have had it already. So we don't want that. So I hope everyone stays well and healthy. So your homework is to sit down, get clear about exactly what you want, very deep, not just surface level. Clear about the emotions that you want to feel and will feel when you have those things. Your plan of action, 2 or 3 things that you have to do either daily or weekly or monthly to get to those things. Looking at these things in the morning and at night, focused on that, thinking, acting, and feeling every single day as the person you would be when you have that. When you have those things that you're intending to get, how would you think right now? How would you act right now? How would you feel right now if you already have it? If you are doing those things, I can 99.9% guarantee you, if you're doing those things consistently, because it has to be consistently, it can't just be like, oh, Monday I looked at my intentions and Friday I looked at my intentions and next Wednesday, like I said, put it somewhere. I have mine on a pink sheet here. All right. So I've got everything written out. I do a lot of mental work in this room, and spiritual work in this room, but, that's it, like that. And I have a tracking sheet. You guys don't have to get that crazy, but I have a tracking sheet. When am I doing my affirmations? Am I doing my meditations? Am I doing my exercise? So I can see where I'm slacking. So I can see where I need to work on. So I can see where I'm missing out. And, you know, a lot of this seems extreme, but it's moving, it has to move you forward, right? If you're stuck, if you're in that place where that's not happening, there has to be that progress forward. So I hope that this has helped you. I hope you will set some New Year's intentions, not resolutions, not goals, not this new me BS. You have to become the new you right now, thinking, feeling, acting, and all the things that I shared. So hope this helps. And if this has helped you and you think other people need it, then share it away. And I hope that everyone has a great new year and that wonderful things come to everyone. 2018 is the even number year. It's supposed to be really good, high energy for going at your goals and doing the things that you want to do astrologically. So let's get it. Let's get it, everybody. Karen. Hi, Karen. I didn't know you were here. Thank you for being you, my love. You are a sweetheart. Everybody here is a sweetheart. I've so many good people in my life, and I'm so grateful. So I'm going to go before I get all emotional. So love you all. Be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.